Hi everybody and welcome to the very first episode of UNSAID. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. This has been something I've been wanting to do for absolute years. And if you follow me on social media and you've been there for a little while, you know that this has been on my goal board for a good 2 to 3 years and I'm finally doing it. Every year I'm like, I'm going to do it this year. It's going to happen. And then I get too busy and life gets in the way and work and kids and everything else in between. And then I just don't find the time. But this year, January started and I was like, I'm going to do it. There was a little voice in my head saying, this is the year that you're going to start it. And here I am. I can't actually quite believe it. Fully winging it, right? I have no idea what I'm doing here. So bear with me whilst I get the hang of this. I've had loads of people recommending me the lighting and the audio and the filming and everything else in between, and I'm just like, guys, I just literally want to press the play button and go, or the record button, should I say. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I want this episode to be as raw and as real as it can be, right? I don't want it to be edited and bougie and pretty and fancy. Like, I want this just to be me, and I want that to come across to you guys, that it's completely me. I did a post a couple days ago and it was just a brief description of what I wanted UNSAID to be. And I put it on there that it was unapologetically and authentically me. And that's exactly what I want this to be. So why UNSAID? UNSAID, it's something that it just came to me. So beginning of this year, I was very much like, right, I'm going to start this podcast. I'm just going to do it. But I had no name for it. So I was actually on a train back from seeing my parents that stayed over with my brother this year for Christmas. Or last year, should I say, for Christmas. And I was on the train and I was like, right, okay, I'm going to start this podcast. It's going to be great. But what am I going to call it? And then I thought, well, I want it to come across as me. I want it to be my personality. What do people think of me? And the thing that came into my head was, people say I have no filter, right? I say it as it is. I've tried to be as honest and give the best advice that I possibly can. And whether that's completely raw and maybe not something that people want to hear, I try to just be authentically me and just say my real truth, right? So I was like, what people always say is that I don't leave anything unsaid. So I always say it. Whether it's harsh or not in a horrible way, but whether it's, the reality that people that sometimes need to hear it, I always just say it. So why not simply call it UNSAID? So that's how the name came about, UNSAID. I want it to be mindset. I want it to be about life. I want it to be honest. Think of it as like the big sister you didn't think you needed. That's what we're going to go with. Again, I'm a massive advocate for mindset, like positivity and happiness and just having the right mindset for anything in life. Absolutely anything, whether that's work, whether that's career, whether that's family, friendship, anything. I always think that mindset is one of the biggest things that if you nail your mindset to be exactly what you want out of life, like, you're winning it, right? You're winning, and that's absolutely brilliant. So, mindset. Number one, life, because life's life. And we all have ups and downs, and we all have so many things that we go through, right? I had both of my boys quite young. I've experienced a fair bit for my 34 years. I have so much to give, and so many people come to me to ask me questions about what I think and what I shouldn't and what they should and all these things that I was like, well, life, right? Let's talk about life. And honesty. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, because why should you, right? Being you, being authentically you without any sort of masks and hiding about anything. Let's just be honest about things, right? I think in social media and in life in general and society, we try to mask so much that goes on. We all try to be perfect. We all try to at least paint the perfect life. We have everything. We look a certain way. We go all these places, and everything has to be luxurious and expensive and beautiful and this and that. But life isn't always like that. So honesty. Let's be honest about the stuff that we do in life, right? So that is why UNSAID is mindset, life, and honesty. No BS, complete truth. So let's get started, shall we? My name is Carolina, and I'm a 34-year-old mum of two. Like I've said before, I am from Portugal. I currently live in England, which it's bloody cold at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm no way here for the cold. Like, if you know me, you know that I don't deal with the cold well at all. Like, I'm a summer baby, I'm a July baby through and through, but here I am. I've lived in England half of my life, and I dream of the sun on a daily basis. I am a daughter, I am a friend, I am a lover, I'm a mother, I'm a colleague, I'm a companion, I'm everything you can think of, and now here to be your big sister that you didn't know you needed. And in today's episode, I want to talk a little bit just about motivation, right? Sounds silly, maybe to go straight into it and talk about motivation straight on the first episode. But I want to start talking about motivation just because I've started something that I've always wanted to do, but never had the motivation to do it, right? Yes, I didn't have time, and yes, life got in the way, and things get busy, especially when you're a mum and you have a full-time job and you're the provider and all these kind of things in your household. It gets busy, right? And you always think, well, those dreams, those things I need to put aside. So you lose motivation in what it is that you want to do. You lose motivation in your dreams. You lose motivation in the way you want to look. You lose motivation in who you are. You're like, there's so many things in life that you lose motivation in. So let's talk about it, right? Let's break it down. For example, if you're a gym goer, right? When you first start going to the gym, you have a goal, right? You want to look a certain way. You want to lift a certain amount of weight, or you want to be toned, or you want to grow a bigger booty, or you want to do whatever, right? And you're fully motivated. You're fully motivated for the first 3 to 4 weeks, let's say. And then it gets hard. Shit gets hard. Life gets hard. You get busy. Distractions come along. A fancy dinner with friends sounds a lot better than a 2-hour gym session, right? You lose all motivation. That's the thing. Motivation isn't motivation. Motivation is discipline, right? So the same way as I've now started this podcast, and don't get me wrong, I want it to do really well and I want to give you guys a new episode every single week, right? I'm really motivated for it right now. Super motivated. I'm so excited. I've put content out. I'm doing my first episode. This is great. It might come back and do great. It might come back and maybe I have one viewer, right? There's just one of you sat there watching me right now or listening to me right now. But at the same time, that motivation will wear off, right? So I'll do the second episode and then I will do the third one and then maybe I won't get momentum and I won't see the results and the motivation goes. That's when the discipline comes in. So I know those are two things that don't seem the same. The gym, the podcast, for example, don't seem the same. But what I want to break down there is why does motivation equal discipline, right? Why do we see motivation and discipline as two different things when they're not, right? Motivation and discipline literally carry the same thing. And how do you get discipline? By becoming consistent, right? There's a whole freaking circle over here, I'm just saying. So, how do you gain motivation? You have a goal. You set yourself a goal, wherever that goal that might be in life, right? Whether it's a career goal, whether it's a gym goal, whether it's a project you want to work on, whatever it may be, you choose that goal. Once you've chosen that goal, you start to get the motivation to do it, right? You start collecting all the data that you need to be able to do that. You start to do the progression that you need to do because you have the motivation and you want to do it. It's something that's in you that you really want to do, right? But then you don't see the results straight away. You don't see the progress that you wanted straight away. Let's take the gym as an example again. You start going to the gym. 1 week, great. You start having a little bit more energy. 2nd week, you've lost a little bit of weight. 3 weeks go by and you're still like, yeah, but my stomach isn't super flat. My booty isn't popping the way it's supposed to pop yet. My biceps haven't doubled in size. So you start losing that motivation. So what happens there? You've got two choices. You fully give up, which is what most people do. They fully give up on it and they go, no, didn't work. Tried it for 3-4 weeks. It didn't work. So I gave up on it. Or that's when your discipline kicks in. And how do you get the discipline? By remaining consistent, right? So that's when you need to program your mindset, right? That's when you need to have a real good talk with yourself in front of the mirror, and you program your mind to go, okay, cool, it's been X amount of time. I haven't seen the results that I want to see just yet, but I know if I'm consistent and if I have the right discipline and I keep myself going, I keep myself pushing forward, I will get to where I need to be. So many of us give up on so many things, so many goals, so many dreams, so many hopes, whatever that goal and dream might be, right? Whether it's physical, whether it's career-wise, whatever it may be, we give up on it. And we give up on it because we're like, we don't see the progress, we don't see the results. Well, let me tell you a little something. Results, progress, anything it is that you're looking for is not going to come overnight. It's not going to come just by clicking your fingers and that's it, you're done, right? It's going to come with hard work, whatever that may be. It's going to come with having to put in that extra time, put in that extra effort. It's going to come when you decide that you're disciplined enough and consistent enough in something that you truly, truly want to be able to achieve it. And that's when you see people that have these amazing bodies, right? Or have this incredible career or have this life that you really want because they stuck to it. They weren't motivated. People are not motivated to do something every single day. They're not motivated to get up, to go to the gym every single day. They're not motivated to go and really progress forward in their career every single day. People get exhausted. People get tired. Life gets real, right? It's when you get these moments of like, I just can't do it anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't want to. I can't be bothered. Not today. And you start finding 100 different excuses as to why not today. Why you shouldn't today, why you can't today, why you have no time today, right? And that's when that motivation leaves you because you're not in that high anymore, right? All those little endorphins that were going in your head that you're like, you want to achieve this, I want to do it, it's going to happen because I want to work really hard for this short amount of time and it's just going to happen for me. When that starts to wear off and you don't have the results straight away, that's when you hit this crossroad, which is I give up, and I carry on as I was. And life goes back to normal. Or you go, no, I can't be bothered. I can't today. And yeah, I'm tired, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or maybe I don't have enough time today, so I'm going to do a little bit today. Or at least I'm going to take a step forward today towards that goal. And that's where consistency kicks in. That's when self-discipline kicks in. That's when the brain uses those happy endorphins, right? And starts creating a habit for your day-to-day life. Did you know that creating a habit takes precisely 90 days? So if you do something consistently, even without motivation, right? So if you started off, let's say the first month full of motivation, the second month you pushed yourself with the consistency and the discipline, by the third month, it's become a habit and it's become part of your lifestyle. And this goes with anything, absolutely anything in life, right? Whether it's a fitness goal, whether it's a career goal, whether it's a family goal, whether it's a friendship goal, whatever goal it is in life, right? If you stick to it for 90 days and create a habit, it then becomes your lifestyle. So for example, if I stick to this podcast for 90 days, I told you it was going to be raw and I was going to edit stuff out. For 90 days, it's then my habit. It's then my lifestyle. And that's what I want this to be. I want this to be out there for you guys every single week. So I'm going to stick to it. So if you've got gym goals, if you've got body goals, if you've got weight goals, if you've got a career goal, if you've got a business goal, if you have a family goal, if you have a travel plan, like whatever it is that you have, and you work hard enough at it, and you keep going, and you don't let failures or setbacks demotivate you so much that you don't have the consistency and discipline, you can actually achieve anything that you want to. You can achieve that body you so want to look like. Like, have you ever looked at someone and you go, oh, I really wish I would look like her? And it's not the face, right? Because that's a whole different podcast. We'll go into the whole aesthetic looking situation another day, okay, people? But, you know, their legs were shaped a certain way, that their waist, their arms, again, we're all different, and even if you're consistently going to the gym or working out and doing all these kind of things, we're going to all end up looking different anyway. But have you ever looked at someone that you thought, oh, I really wish I looked like that, but then had no motivation, discipline, or consistency to get there, right? It's about getting off your butt and doing something. Motivation's not there on a daily basis. Motivation's not with us all the time. Trust me when I say it's really, really freaking not. But it's when you want change big enough to be able to A, motivate yourself to start off with, B, be consistent enough at it, and C, have your self-discipline to keep it going and achieve it. Don't get me wrong, we all get setbacks. Life's life, yeah? I'm not saying it's going to be fluffy and great if you just keep it going. And, if you're not motivated all the time, as long as you've got consistency and discipline, everything will be absolutely fine. But with those two things, you can achieve greatness. So, here's a little something for you guys to think about until the next podcast. What is it that you so want to be motivated in? What is it that you so want to achieve? What is your next goal? What is something that you really want? It could be small, it could be big, it could be absolutely anything. But what is it that you really want? What is it that you would do for you? I'm not talking about to look good on social media. I'm not talking about the society. I'm talking about your friends, your family. I'm talking about for you. What is it that you would want for yourself? What's your biggest goal? What is it that you truly, truly want for you? No one else, just you. And then think, why haven't I done it yet? What's stopping me from doing that? What is it that I think that I can't do to get there? Now, I'm not talking about becoming a millionaire and because you haven't played the lottery, yeah? We're not talking about that kind of stuff, yeah? To achieve goals that you truly, truly want, it requires hard work, and it requires you to get off your butt, yeah? I'm not out here creating miracles, people. But what is it that you really want for you? What is it that you really want to do for your life that makes you happy? Right, why haven't you done it yet? Or did you start to do it and then lost all motivation? I had no consistency and discipline, so you completely gave up. Is that what you're doing? Are you giving up on your dreams because simply were demotivated and couldn't be bothered anymore? Think about it. Anyway, that was my first little pep talk for you guys. I'm going to leave it there and get on to the next episode next week, which I will drop and let you guys know when it's coming. This was just a quick little starter, a little bit about me and a little bit about what really gets us going with our dreams and goals. This was one of my goals. It's one of my dreams. I wanted it to be a little bit like a diary that I put out to the world. Me being raw, completely me, no filter, leaving nothing unsaid. So, think about it. What's the thing that you want? What is the thing that you want to be left completely unsaid? What do you want to shout to the world or you want to go and achieve? Go and do it. You're unstoppable. If you want to be unstoppable, you are unstoppable. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very, 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 very much for listening. I'm beyond grateful to be here. I am beyond excited to see where this leads us. Guys, bear with me. It was my first one, okay? It was my first episode. If it looks really bad, I ain't gonna edit it. It's gonna go out like this. Just honestly, I'm beyond grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever you guys doing, whatever the time of the day you are watching this or listening to this. Smash the day. Think of your goals. What is it you want to do? Go out and do it. Because whatever it is, you can do it. There's no such thing as failure. There's only lesson learned. How can I do better? That's it. Lots of love, and I'll speak to you all very soon.